Hey Pisces, welcome to Chrysalis Invictus. This is your Summer Solstice reading. We're going to use the Animal Totem Tarot for you today. I'm really excited. Let's dig in. Okay, so this could be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. You have Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. This could not be more 12th house, more Pisces. So I see you for the next little while really digging deep into the infinite, into the dream space, into that familiar space. This is a really cozy place for you, however, through this time. So while other times it may feel like you're kind of dislodged and floating around in different places, this is a very grounded connection to spirit. It has very tangible manifestations, I feel like. So you are seeing the actual plan play out in a sort of physical way. You're receiving omens or things are showing up in your life according to this plan. And so it helps to reinforce this feeling of groundedness for you during this period. So I'm defining the period as summer solstice up until Lughnasadh around August 1st, or up until autumn equinox. And we all sort of learn our lessons and go through our phases in different at different speeds and different times. So it could be any time during that period for you. There's a guy who's got a hand in the pot and he's stirring it. Okay, so there's a message there for you, something to do with that. Oh, we're starting off right off the bat with strength. Yeah, again, there's this very grounded sensibility to this period where you're sort of toiling, you're working with your hands, you're working physically, you are turning soil. So you are doing physical work, but it is a spiritual plan. With this being strength, so this is a Leo energy. I do feel like this is going to, while it's grounded, it pushes you to the edge of what you're comfortable with in a physical kind of way, or it could be mentally, it could be emotionally, but I do feel like it's something more material, something more physical. Let's clarify this strength card. Clarify this strength card for me, please, for Pisces. Okay, the Lovers and the Eight of Swords. Okay. There's some kind of connection or choice that's going to push you to your limit. You're going to need a tremendous amount of strength to navigate the kinds of anxieties and issues that this will bring up for you. So this could be a Leo in your life. This is definitely someone who has, who sort of feels like an opposite or feels like an oppositional force. So it could be not another person, it could be a Gemini again for a person, but it could also be it's sort of like the angel and devil on your shoulder. So it could be two different voices in yourself that you're struggling with, because there is this battle with yourself about emerging from darker spaces or emerging from maybe invasive thoughts. Definitely maybe invasive thoughts, anxieties, doubts. Oh. Okay, what else is... Yeah, here we go. Can you hear that song? Someone is playing... Is it called Old Time Rock and Roll? I don't know. That's so funny. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a juggling act here. There's a juggling act between two different aspects, two different things. You don't know what to nurture or what to grow, almost. You can see the value in both things. I mean, with the Pisces, you've got two fish swimming in opposite directions, so there's definitely that here, but it's coming out in more of a tangible way, like a material way, almost like two different homes or two different people, or two different ways of working. We're going to uncover the secret of this reading. Okay, so Two of Pentacles. Clarify the Two of Pentacles for me, please. The Three of Cups. Okay, so I see there's this... It's almost like celebrating too soon. I feel like you cannot speak of what you are going through until it has gone through. I think that during this period, it is not time to consult others about your plan. It's not time to decide necessarily. I think very much aligned with actually the Capricorn reading, you are being asked to walk a space between oppositional forces or oppositional ideas or two different ways of being. So you're going to be walking in two worlds for this period through the summer, potentially into the fall. But what I see for you here is a new beginning, but it comes sort of lopsided, I want to say. Like this new beginning is lopsided. King of Swords. Okay, yeah, there's a lot at play and there's a lot of different options, and some of them are more illusion than reality, and some of them are, and it's hard to tell which ones are which. And I think that's kind of where this anxiety comes from, and why your guidance is to stay grounded, is to stay working on what you can work on. Stay physical with your hands, physical with your work. Just sort of, this is a dung beetle just kind of making its ball of poop, you know, like you know, working away at that and staying in that space. So in terms of work, I do see that it's going to take some endurance. I don't think that it's going to be necessarily it's going to feel like work. It's going to feel like juggling. Emotionally, there's a bit of confusion, not really knowing. It's like an oscillation between celebration and then being confused about whether you should celebrate. So it's like, I've arrived, but have I? I've arrived, but have I? But I see you mastering this kind of anxiety near to the end of this cycle and being able to stand or speak with authority about what you have been through. And always remembering and coming back to Spirit has a plan. Spirit has a plan for you. What else can we know about this plan? Spirit has a plan, but you've got to walk this line between the Empress. Okay, so fertility. This could be, you know, culminating in pregnancy for some of you. This could be moving into a new, more fertile way of working. You know, we have the balance here of this sort of masculine, like, ox thing. I realize they're not the same animal, but they're kind of the same. But I really feel like this is the masculine version of that. So it's sort of like you put in the masculine work to support and protect this feminine energy moving forward, this feminine energy that's going to nurture and grow something for you. Spirit has a plan. So whatever this is, whatever needs to grow is divinely sanctioned. So taking some notes from what's here, this could be, not really being sure if you are going to become pregnant, not being really sure whether you're with the partner that is right for you or having a choice between two partners. That could be there. With the Three of Cups, there's this, I keep avoiding the Three of Cups because I don't quite understand. It feels very scattered. It feels this is usually three coming together, but I'm getting this feeling of like being drawn in a bunch of different directions socially. So this could mean that you have a lot of different friends in different friend groups and being pulled in all different directions. And so it's not even that you have two choices, it's that you have three kind of thing. But I'm also feeling that it's important for you not to have the collective or have the group weigh in on things for you. And I know that can be difficult sometimes if you're used to kind of getting people's input, which it's fine to get their input, but it's not if it's going to push you in one direction or another, because there's more going on here than meets the eye and that you can really know. We have Swan again. I really do feel like if you're single, there's a love coming in for you, and it's coming in very strong. If you are not single, there's an awakening to each other that is going to happen through this period. An awakening to the divine in each other, or to the ability to create together. Something is coming through. So we have graceful transformation. Soften your heart and find your flow. Yeah, and just surrendering to that. But underneath the surface, the legs are working, right? So we still have that kind of toiling. So this could be as simple as, when I say keep working, it could be working on your garden, working on your home, your art, your just working on things that keep you kind of busy. And it's almost like the energy of keeping busy is going to help navigate this space between, so that by the time you get to a point where you're going to break through the space between and find out, where you're headed, that time will not have been wasted. You'll have put a lot of work into yourself and into that. Oh, we had this for Libra as well. Antelope, new pathways. Consider whether you are happy on your current path. Okay, and that's where we have choices. I feel this splitting. So there are a lot of splits in this reading. I can tell that I'm reading for very different Pisces across the board. I've loved this experience of reading for the different signs. It's really interesting, but also within the signs you can feel different people, which is really interesting. And so with new pathways and graceful transformation, there is definitely it's not even a new beginning. It's a different way of walking the same path that I'm seeing for you. But there's a fertility that's coming at the end. But there has to be a peeling away of certain illusions or some people are throwing up things that don't exist, or that they are not going to follow through with, and you just need time to see what that is, right? Instead of trying to puzzle it out and figure it out, what's true, what isn't, what path to go on, where should I be, what should I do? It's sort of like, don't try and figure it out. Just go with the flow, which I think that you're probably pretty good at because you're a Pisces. Are you happy on your current path? I see grace in both. Look at this beautiful, gentle antelope. It's like a deer of the African plains. And a swan. So this is gliding over in the both feminine realms, earth and water. So I do see your manifestations coming to fruition. And I see sort of like there's a lot of emotional work that's going on the surface or underneath the surface, but above the surface, you're just kind of gliding. But this is a lot of your material reality and your emotional reality coming into interplay. And so bringing things out of that spiritual space into manifestation to create new pathways, to create a transformation that isn't going to be as jarring as what I'm thinking of. Like for jarring, it's like when you're on a roller coaster and it jerks you one way and then the other. That's not what this is going to feel like. This is just going to be an easy transformation that you barely even notice. You're just going to slide right into it and it's going to feel so good. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. I hope that this was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, my information is in the description box below, as well as links to my yoga and meditation classes and a link to donate to my tuition fund if you want to give back. So that's what I have. Take care.